G'day everyone and welcome back to the Hidden Why podcast. Great to have you here with me today. This is episode 1159. I'm very excited to share this one with you. I get to sit down with Master Mingtong Gu. Today, he's a world-renowned Qigong master, teacher, healer, and the founder of the Qi Center. In this conversation, we explore the ancient practice of Wisdom Healing Qigong and what it means to come home to the body in a world full of noise, distraction, stress, and digital overload. Mingtong explains how many of our deepest struggles stem from a disconnection between the body and mind. We go deep in this conversation, guys. Beautiful conversation, all about energy, embodiment, healing, and remembering the body is not just something we live in, it is an expression of our consciousness. So really hope you enjoy this one. I certainly got a lot out of it, and let me know what you think. Jump on to thehiddenwhy.com, check out our show notes there. Reach out to Master Mingtong. You can connect with him through the links provided and make a comment. Let us know what you think. You can connect with me on Instagram and Facebook. And for anything we can help you with, guys, always reach out. Enjoy this conversation. Cheers. Okay. Welcome, Master Mingtong.
Thank you. Grateful to be here.
I was a bit concerned then because I don't know if it's recording, but it says it's recording. So I would hate to see this not record. Although it'll be a good conversation regardless, right?
Totally.
Whereabouts are you based?
Yeah, I'm based in Santa Fe, New Mexico, USA.
Okay. And what brought you there?
Yeah, Qigong brought me here. Of course, my life brought me here. Qigong brought me to life brought me to Qigong. And then eventually, I was looking for a retreat center for our own program. And so eventually discovered the best place right here called Southwest Sanctuary. That's like 30 minutes outside of Santa Fe, which is quite a go-to place. Amazing place, yeah. And so that's how it happened.
And where are you sitting right now?
I'm sitting in my house, which is next to the retreat center behind me. So like indoor garden and right behind me. And that's where I, teach, study, do the work, whatever, meditating, kind of is my favorite place. Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm interested to hear a lot about your journey, your teachings, Qigong. Obviously, I want to delve into that because I'm a novice there. You've written a book which is out on Amazon now called Coming Home to Embodied Awakening. And one story that I read about you was how you trained one of the largest Qigong hospitals in China, where you helped people with physical and emotional challenges without medicine and had a high success rate, which is quite fascinating in itself. And some people that don't understand this might go, well, that's a bit too much, right?
Ooh, right.
Yeah, woo-woo, yeah. So Qigong, what is Qigong?
Yeah, let's start from there.
That's probably a good place.
First of all, Qi means energy.
Yeah.
Just Chinese terminology means energy. But the deeper question is, what is energy? So we have all different, interpretation when we hear the words energy. But in this context, it means the source energy, the life energy of all creation,
Yeah.
all life.
hmm
And that's encompassing, this physical body is made of energy, and our emotion experience is the experience of energetic interaction, especially in relationship, in life in general. Yeah, any kind of interaction of life creating emotional response, and that's is energetic interaction.
Okay.
And then same way, even our thoughts, yeah, not only carries energy, but actually our mind is the energy field. It's the energy field. It's the most subtle energy field. Often we call consciousness, yeah. But also recognizing the whole universe is made of energy, both physical, non-physical, visible, invisible. So it's not like, often we define energy a certain way. It's just kind of a layer of energy, a defined fragmentation of energy or defined experience of energy. But in the system, we're exploring the energy existence as a whole beyond any concept, any story, any limited perception.
Okay.
So discover what is the quality of energy, the nature of energy, the power of energy, the creativity energy, the nourishment of energy. You continue discovering that, then realizing, yeah, your own capacity of working with energy. So that's what is the Gong. So Gong representing both the capacity of working with energy, but also the practice of working with energy. So how to work with energy? One is, of course, your mind, you know, awareness, yeah, connecting with energy, connecting with your body, discovering what's inside of you beyond visible. Another
Okay.
aspect is moving your body, for example, in very special way beyond just exercises, beyond just walking, running, beyond just muscle movement. So you start to feel your body, the energetic dimension is very different from just physical somatic dimension.
Right.
And this is an example, right? But another example is we do like sound healing using the vibration, using your own body as like a music instrument. So you're making these sounds, start to feel the vibration in your body. And it's a very energetic feeling. So that another way of discovering the energy inside of you already. And then the third way is meditating, basically just simple meditation. But beyond just the awareness, working with intention, you're working with the visualization, you're working certain purpose of connecting with energy, then you start to feel it, tangibly feeling it in your body.
Yeah.
So that's kind of a whole summary of what is Qigong and how work with energy continue expanding the perception of energy, the capacity to cultivate energy, guiding energy, upgrading the energy system. So by doing that, you're improving your health. Yeah. You're improving your vitality. You're improving the function of your relationship. You experience I call the capacity of life. This capacity of life, including feeling of joy, feeling of love, and feeling of compassion, feeling of creativity. And so that is slightly different from than just mentally, like to problem solving, mentally, strategizing, mentally trying to improving whatever skill we have. So it's kind of energetic connection, energetic cultivation. Then these capacity naturally arise within you, and you start to feel it.
Hmm.
So that's the
So
process.
so Qigong is the art of connecting with the energy.
Yeah, connecting, cultivating, and mastering energy.
Energy. And where does this where was this created? Where was this first discovered?
Yeah,
Yes.
that's a mystery. Not like someone in the history, boom, discovering this.
Right.
It's like passed down slow the history of Chinese culture in this case. So one way you can think of Qigong is like really parallel to yoga in India. Has Qigong in China is as old as yoga in India. And the cosmology, the methodology, even the certain method is very similar, parallel to yoga, but it has its own slight different flavor. In China, it's more focused on practical implication of the practice, while still focus on the spiritual dimension. The spiritual dimension is more like about immortality, about the nature of life, about the Tao. That's the spiritual dimension of it. But then the
Hmm.
practical application is always highlighted. Slow the historical time in China. And that's something kind of a little bit of different than the Indian culture
Okay.
you know. So that's kind of also, of course, the culture evolution. I mean, how evolving, through the 5,000 years of history from Yellow Emperor time, Lao Tzu time, Confucius, and all that. It's like has its own unique quality to it. Then evolving to like another expression of Qigong is more focused on the power, the force, and that is tradition. I mean, is martial art. So martial art is like soft version. I mean, stronger version of Qigong. And
Right.
in Qigong, we can think of a soft version of martial art.
Right.
Yeah.
Because I see Qigong as, someone standing doing slow movements with breath and
Right.
kind
Right.
of a mindfulness focus on the movement and breath at the same time.
Yeah. Yeah. That's kind of often what is familiar. But what's not familiar is the kind of sound practice and also deeper meditation practice can be sitting meditating, lying down meditating, can be walking meditating, and a lot of mindfulness program incorporating like walking meditation, for
So
example, right?
Qigong encaptures that too.
Yeah, everything. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Much a combination of all these different activity, different practice, different
Mm,
approach.
mm. Um, and so this book, I guess, what is the aim for this book? Is it to help people walk through that process to become more familiar with this practice of connecting to energy? Is it a way to heal?
Good question. So it's about all that, but beyond. It's
Right.
addressing the deepest cause of the problems. So really recognizing no matter what is the problem we're experiencing, what is the issue, what is the challenges, what is the complexity of life circumstances, our histories, our relationships, our stress, and so on. Yeah. But beneath that, what is the deepest cause? So before say I'm here, do the qigong, do whatever you do, I want to improving my energy, which is great. Yeah. But on the other hand, it's like until you resolve the deepest cause of the problems, you're not addressing the deep cause of the problem, then the work can improve, but it does not addressing the deepest problems. So
So
that's
through
it.
the practice of Qigong, we can address those deeper foundational issues.
And yes and no. What I'm, addressing in this book is addressing the deepest problem is the disconnection of mind body,
The disconnection.
disconnection of the mind body. So think about how often we're living above the, shoulder, above the neck, in the brain, in the mind, in the mental perception of life, mental story, mental problem solving, mental concept, mental performance. So we all know that. Yeah. If you're reflecting on that, probably like 99% of time, maybe at least 90% of time, we're just living in the mental world, so to speak.
Yeah.
So that means we disconnect from this physical world of the body, your own body.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Well,
that's
that
is
that that
number one
disconnects
problem.
from the body also then disconnects us from the universal energy, which
Exactly. Disconnect from pretty much everything.
the reason of existence maybe.
Everything, right? We're living in a mentally constructed world, so to speak, right? It's mentally constructed. And that is different from the real world here. The
Mm,
real world here, on one hand, is physical, but on the other hand, is encompassing non-physical aspect of ourselves.
mm, mm.
Both. But the mental world is kind of self-created world. Of course, it's affecting how we're experiencing the physical world. Yeah, but if we're not connecting with the physical world, then we're not really experiencing what's here in this moment, the direct experience. So one recognition is like this, this moment, and like to inviting the listener to feel that truth. Even you can say these words with me. Let's do this together as a practice, actually. So placing hands on top of your chest. And if it's safe, just close your eye. Now, feeling these truths in your body when I say these words. Yeah. First is without this body, I cannot exist as a human being. Without this body, I do not exist as a human being. Without this body, I do not exist as a human being.
Without
Just
this body, I do
simply
not exist as a human being.
feel the truth. Feel the presence of your own body, the presence of your own existence, beyond any story, any concept, beyond any identification or analysis. Now the second choice. Without this body, I cannot experience life as a human being. Together.
Without
Without
this
this
body,
body, I cannot
cannot
experience
experience life
life
as a human being.
and feel that choice. You see life through this body, the eyes of this body. You touch life through the skin of this body. You hear the sound through the ear of this body. You feel life through your entire presence of your body. Even you think through the activity of your brain, the brain of your body. The next truth. Without this body, my soul cannot evolve in this lifetime together. Without
Without
this
this
body,
body, my
my
soul
soul cannot evolve
cannot
in this
evolve in this lifetime.
and feel this truth. Feel the wholeness of yourself. The inseparable truth of your body and the soul, beyond any label, any definition. And just feel the totality of your own existence, the totality of your body, the totality of yourself, and feel the energetic connection internally as well externally with the Mother Earth beneath us, with the infinite above us, with the infinite in front of us, behind us, left side of us, right side of us, all around us. And feel the infinite inside of us, inside of your brain, inside of your heart, inside of your cells. And feel this wholeness, oneness, pure presence. Whenever you're ready, you can move your body gently, softly. Gently open your eyes whenever you're ready. I trust you're feeling something. That feeling is very difficult to put into words. Yeah. This
Hmm.
powerful recognition, the powerful connection, the powerful experience of your own body, your own presence, yeah, cannot be defined. And that is the one step of awakening, embodied awakening, you're awakening to the truth. Two
Awakening the
side,
truth.
yeah, two side of the truth. One side of the truth is we're so disconnect from the body.
Hmm.
It's a powerful truth. Yeah. That's recognition is so important. So nowadays, we're not only so disconnect from our own body, but even our mind is hijacked by the digital world. You know what I mean? By the
So
AI
would you
world.
separate the body and the mind? Like we're disconnected from the body
Right,
and from
right.
the mind,
Yeah.
the physical and the
So,
mental?
so it's like the mind itself is disconnect from the body.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one disconnection, right? But on the other hand, the mind now is losing itself by so much lost in the digital world, in the screen.
Right. Distraction.
Make sense? right? All the distraction, all the digital,
Noise.
noise, right? We not truly have time even to think, to choose, to feel,
Yeah.
to to creative. It's like all consuming the information being presented.
Yeah.
Make sense?
Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
losing
Yeah.
our own
Absolutely.
body, so to speak, right? To the digital world. So
Yeah.
not only the mind is, so that means further amplifying the disconnection from our own body.
So without going into the science, I suppose, of it, but this disconnection from the body, um, this loss of mindfulness, I suppose, that's causing, a lot of anxiety, a lot of stress, depression, a lot of health issues.
Absolutely.
You're seeing
Including,
more of that in the world now, like this.
yeah. So first of all, like this, you know, uh, when we know we all experience stress in life, but with the stress, the body is carry the stress. The mind can feel the stress, can experience stress, but you're thinking your way out of it. Move on to something else. Continuously even distracted by something else or performing, accomplishing whatever goal you're pushing forward, right? But then the body is like, oh, I feel stress. I feel the weight. I feel the tension. I feel the overwhelmness.
Mm,
But if you disconnect from your own body, you not cannot take care of it. Make sense?
yeah.
So it's not like this disconnection is causing the stress. The life is causing the stress. That's inevitable. But the body is carry the stress itself. But when the mind is disconnect from the body, you cannot take care of the stress. That means the cumulative stress building up in your body. Then over time, what happened? Like any kind of diagnosis of disease, is the body communicating ourselves. No more. I cannot handle anymore. The body is like, I'm giving up.
Right.
So the body is trying to getting our attention. That is the signal. That's the most powerful communication. The body
Mm,
is saying, coming back now. We are one. Take care of me, not just taking care of me. We should
yeah.
work together. So that is the number one implication. It's so practical. Yeah. Then another implication, the awakening part is this exercise we just said. Awakening to the truth of the body. The truth of the body is much more than what we think.
The truth
We
of the
think of
body is
it
much more than what we think.
exactly.
What do you mean
This
by
moment,
that?
if we're asking yourself, what is my body? You may have all kind of answer. What is my body?
It's a vessel. I don't know. It carries me this experience.
When you think of the vessel, this body as a vessel, what that means, what is the implication of that?
Ah, what's the implication of that?
Yeah.
It's a, it's a, what do you say? A mechanism or
You
a
think of it's a
tool.
mechanism, mechanical,
It's a
right?
tool. Like it's a
The tool is a machine. Here we go. So
to
that is,
do what I need to do.
that's the real problem.
Yeah.
Do you think that is true?
Well, yeah,
First of all,
I don't
we
know if I
never
believe that
question
to be
that
true or not,
assumption.
but that's what
We
I imagine.
never we never question that assumption. So I'm asking everybody to questioning, your identification, your assumption about your body. The
Hmm.
question, is that true? Is that true? Is this body is only a vehicle, only a mechanical machine, is only tool for whatever
Yeah.
outcome?
Yeah.
That is my challenge to everybody right now. Yeah, questioning that assumption.
What
That's the
is your
most
body?
important. Exactly. I'm sure that inside already. Without this body, you do not exist, my dear, as a
Yeah.
human being.
Well, I
Without
feel
this
like the
body,
energy has come into this body, which is created. And, at some stage, this body will leave and my energy will flow out and go elsewhere into the universal energy cosmos.
yeah. That's one way of looking at it, but that's
Yes.
also problematic. That's a problematic. I'm going to challenging
Yeah, please.
that notion. But before we do this, I want to take a little bit one step further. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's acknowledging. Yeah, without this body, I cannot experience life as a human being. Yeah,
Yeah.
what that means. What that means. Yeah, deeply.
Without this body, I cannot experience life as a human
Right.
being. Right.
So, so you do not exist as a human being. So it's not just as a vessel. See, this idea of think of the body not only as a vessel for
Mm,
something else. That
mm.
is a separation. That is
But you could
is
almost define a
quite a.
body as a vessel, right?
So here is an example. I'm going to give you an example to challenge that notion. Yeah.
Yeah.
That notion is quite advanced already. Think of the body, oh, the energy coming to this vessel, then eventually the energy leave, then the vessel die. And that is one notion. But think about it. The moment when you die, yeah, is the same body continue to exist?
Does the same body to continue to exist?
Continue? No, doesn't.
No.
Just a corpse. Just a
Yeah.
corpse.
Yeah.
See, when you identify, think of this body just as a corpse. Is this a real body? Is this a real body?
As a corpse?
Yeah. Is this a living body? It's not a living body anymore. That's
Not
what I'm trying to
anymore.
say. Exactly. It's
So what's the good
not
of the body
living
now?
body anymore. I'm speaking of this living body, this moment.
Yeah.
You exist as a living body.
Yeah.
What is this living body? It's not a corpse. That's what I'm trying to say.
It's
It's not
alive.
a machine. It's alive. It's like it's a physicalized version of your consciousness, physicalized version of energy. It's not just a vessel for the energy. It's
Not
not
just
just
a
the
vessel.
vessel for the consciousness. No, it's a physicalized version of your consciousness, physicalized version of your energy. That's subtle difference, a profound difference.
It's a physicalized version of your energy, of your consciousness.
Yeah.
But that's everything, right? Like everything that we can see,
Exactly,
like
it's
the plant
everything.
outside my window. It's a,
Exactly. You recognize that.
yeah.
Yes. Beautiful. Beautiful.
What
Do
about
you
this
think
cup of
do
coffee
you
that I
think
have?
the tree is just look at the tree. The tree you see just a vessel for the consciousness of the tree? No. The tree is a physicalized version of the spirit of the tree.
The spirit
Exactly.
of the tree.
Physicalized version.
Yeah. Yeah.
Completion basically is complete existence of the tree.
Yeah.
It's not just for vessel for the tree. See,
Okay.
when we looking at the
I
phenomena
think I'm
out,
getting it. I think I'm getting it.
yeah, we recognize that. But when we go internally to our own body, we have such misconception. So,
Okay. So
like
we're not just
inviting,
a vessel that's here to carry energy.
no,
We're a
much more.
physicalized form of the energy that's represented as our body. Is
Yeah,
that
yeah,
more accurate?
that's like at least one step further. Now we have to discover what that means, how to live from that perception. So let me take us to one back step. Like when we perceive in the common perception of think of this body as a vessel, the body as a vehicle, the body as a like rental vehicle temporarily. So what is the implication of that when you perceive your body as a rental vehicle? Yeah.
Can you ask that again?
When Yeah, what is the implication of that when you perceive your own body as a rental vehicle?
Ah, okay.
Ah,
Well, I guess the implications coming to my mind would be number one, a disconnect from the energy and body,
exactly. Number
feeling that
one.
this is
Yeah,
just a tool. and that I
That's
have
right.
no control over.
Right. Here we go. You think you don't have control, but that's one implication, right? Another one, yeah. If it's anything happening in my body, I'm not responsible. It's a rental vehicle. I'm here just to use it,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Exactly. It's like you giving this body to a doctor to fix it. You give your soul to whatever spiritual teacher or church to fix it. You're not responsible. See, that's another most powerful implication.
Right,
You feel you're not responsible because that's the implication
right.
implied. We don't talk about it, but it's implied. Yeah. Subconsciously, we believe in that. We make choice from these unquestioned belief. Yeah.
So we are responsible
How
for
could it be
the
not?
physical materialization of our body,
Not just
and
physical
we have more
materialization
control
of the
than we
body.
actually realize.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
What other implications are there?
Another implication, yeah, is that you become a victim. You feel like yourself a victim of something.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Do you
It's like
believe with
whatever
this?
happening, a treatment of this body by the drug, surgery
Yeah.
is like, oh, I'm a victim of that. Yeah. Then the environment, whatever affecting the body, I'm a victim of that. Our history, trauma, stress, oh, I'm a victim of that.
Hmm. Hmm.
It's like the life, the story goes on, goes on. So when you're claiming this is your own body, not only you're responsible, you are experiencing life through this body. You're making choice through your own experiences of this body. You start to feel the empowerment. Yeah. Feel very different. Yeah. So shifting from the victim role to empowerment. Yeah. Another piece. Yeah,
Well, it's
another
just on
piece.
that note. So, just in regards to choice,
Yeah.
um, from a qigong sort of belief, do you believe that there is choice? Because this is something that some people say, well,
Right.
to an extent we have control over certain things, but we're putting this earth in this body, in this time, in this location. The mind is structured and created. How much choice do we actually have over all that?
Very powerful question, really important question. It's like this. I'm going to look at this question in slightly different ways, yeah,
Yeah.
different framework. Think about, everything is happening this moment. Whatever happening in your life, yeah, whatever, yeah, happening is a result of our past. Period. Yes,
Yeah.
and you cannot change the past. Past is happened already. Yeah. So what happening in this moment is beyond your choice. You cannot change it. Yeah.
And is that an energy?
Well, it's everything is energy.
Everything's energy.
Yeah, energy can be physicalized. Energy can be felt. Energy can be, experienced in so many different ways. Yeah.
Mm.
And abundance is energy. Yeah. Creativity is energy. Relationship, everything. Basically, the simple answer is everything is energy.
Yeah.
Yeah. But how experiencing energy is just the cultivation. Yeah.
How we
You
experience the
experience,
energy is the cultivation.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. So it's not about defining the energy, how you experiencing energy, how you cultivating the energy. Yeah. But let's
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Okay.
go back to um, the choice. So what is happening right now is beyond our control. Yeah. Let's do not use the word choice in slightly different flavor. What's happening in this moment is beyond our control. It's a result of our past.
What's happening now is beyond our control as a result of the past.
Yeah. Does that make sense for you?
It
For
does,
everybody?
but I mean, at the
Okay.
same time, I think, right now we're in an interview and to an extent we have control of doing it or not doing it.
Right? But whatever happened in the past is ready to all this choice of doing this interview, for example.
Yeah.
Yes?
Yeah.
Makes sense?
Yeah.
In that sense, what is happening right now as a result of our past is beyond our choice of this moment, beyond our control.
Right.
Makes sense? Yeah. Whatever happened in the past, which leading to this moment.
Yeah.
Yes?
Yes.
On the other hand, here's a paradox. Yeah. How we are experiencing this interview, for example, is based on our choice. Make sense? Yeah,
Yeah.
what question you ask me is your choice. How you're responding is my choice, right? And how I'm experiencing this moment, no matter what is happening, whether I'm doing the interview, whether I'm interacting with another person, whether I'm engaging with another project, whether I'm, end up in another place of life, location, whatever, I end up this moment. How I'm experiencing this circumstance, this events, you know, this unfolding of my path to this moment, I have a choice. That means
A
how
choice in
I'm
how you experience
responding,
it. Yeah.
right? Exactly. How I'm responding to it.
Mm-hmm.
That's my choice. But
Uh-huh.
that choice is profound because if I'm responding to similar events in the same way in my past, then my life pattern is going to continue to evolve based on my past.
Yes.
Yeah. And if I'm suddenly this moment I'm responding in a dramatic different way, then my habit, my programmed reaction, then this response is going to creating a new direction of my life.
Yes.
You see, I'm changing a new direction to
Yeah.
not
So,
based on my history anymore.
yeah.
So that is where the choice comes from. Profound choice. Profound. Yeah.
And I suppose this is the powerful practice of Qigong mindfulness meditation
Yeah.
is to allow us to cultivate that energy with the idea of this control of choice in this experience to a higher level.
Yeah. To
Because what you were talking about for is the world right now. We've got this noise, we've got this rush, we've got this intensity. We have to do everything
right,
now. We've got this
right.
disconnect from the body. And
Yeah.
so we feel like we have less choice and we're just constantly reacting based on our past.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. Based on the past, but also based on what's going on outside of us, right?
Yeah.
So like the invitation is more speed of happening in the world, especially in the digital world. More we need to slow down our pace. Not always, every day, 24/7, but give us is enough time every day to slow down your pace so you can connect with your body, connecting with your heart, connecting with the internal life,
Mm,
internal feeling, internal center, internal question. Who am I? Why I'm here? What is my purpose? How I'm feeling? What is, truly fulfills me internally?
mm.
So that is the invitation. So when we do the practice, allow ourselves to do that. Yeah. When we constantly running, running, rushing, performing, accomplishing, we don't have time for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Then we
not at all.
continuously, yeah, disconnect more of the time, continue more rush, more disconnection, more stress without taking care of everyday accumulative stress, eventually leading to burnout.
Yeah. Yeah. Which I've experienced. And you talked about that before in the build up of like negative energy, I don't know what you might call it, but in the body, which then gives you a sign, burnout, illness, whatever it might be, saying, hey, you need to stop. You need to
Exactly.
reconnect because your body is now struggling with all that built
Exactly.
up
Yeah.
stress.
So we do not use the words like negative energy or bad
Right.
energy. More like stuck energy. The energy is stressed, stuck,
Uh-huh.
and connected,
So energy is
fragmented.
all energy is not negative
Right.
or positive,
Right.
it's just energy.
Just energy.
Yeah.
So that's another perception of energy. It's like how you experience energy depends on your mindsets, your perception, your assumption. A lot of it is assumption, belief system. So when we think of energy as positive, negative, then you continuously in the struggle,
Right.
positive, negative, good and
Hmm.
bad. So
Yeah.
you continue to have this internal battle, right? This feeling is internal. Then you project into outside of you. This bad, that's good, that's right, that's wrong. Then you continue in that kind of battle of more stress, more tension, yeah, more problems. So when you go internally, say, oh, energy is just energy, and when the energy is contracted, caused mostly by stress, then this function of this energy in all dimensions, physical, emotional, mental, spiritual, is compromised, limited. But when the same energy, awakening, opening, flowing again, then the function come back to normal, to optimal. So that's a very different perception, different
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
methodology.
yeah. Makes
That
sense.
is beyond just framework.
So
Yeah. But
looking at this
yeah,
stuck energy, not negative energy, but stuck
right,
energy,
right, right.
building up in the body, and without the right body mind connection, we're not allowing that energy to flow and be released and new energy to flow in.
Exactly, exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah.
Makes sense.
So there's so many level to it beyond just functioning. We think about functioning is important, but another piece is like without this connection with your own body, you as human being experience life is not complete. You cannot fully experience life in sense of completion.
Hmm.
See, that is what we're missing.
This is
We're missing
a difficult
so
one to
much of
navigate.
life. Yeah,
I would think this is, sorry to interrupt. I
sure,
feel
no
like this would
problem.
be a difficult one to navigate for a lot of people because in the world that we live in, we're digital, connected,
Yeah,
seeing everything else that's going on, we're got this high level of expectation and desire to have more, to be successful, accomplished. We're chasing, chasing, chasing. And and again, I'm just being the devil's advocate here, but the idea of just being able to connect and sit and breathe and be one with the energy feels like maybe I'll miss out. Maybe I won't be you
right,
know what I mean? Like this
right.
is
Yeah.
the conundrum that we face.
Yeah, that's like catch 24, right? It's happening. But when you making a new choice, it's that's the choice. That's the choice we're facing right now. It's a choice. It's not about you shouldn't do this. It's like when you choose to slow down, connecting with your own body, feeling your own body, doing these gentle movement, doing the sound practice, doing meditation practice, then the new experience of deeper connection, deeper joy, deeper fulfillment start to arise within you.
Hmm.
Does not depend on external chasing anymore. Does not depend on circumstance anymore. Does not depend on your performance anymore. That is the internal experience, internal life, internal foundation. So imagine if you can feel that internally, then whatever you do, it become more effective. That makes sense?
Yeah.
That's it.
It does make sense. I'm
Reverse
just trying to
engineering. Yeah,
unpack
reverse
that because
engineering. It's like this. Often we thinking, whatever we do externally, yeah, chasing. We're thinking what are we chasing going to bring us more satisfaction, more joy,
yeah,
more happiness, more love, right?
yeah,
That's why we're chasing, right? But here we're reversing engineering. On one hand, recognizing whatever you're chasing is not going to fulfill you. That's this true spiritual truth, basically. I think this audience, you know that already. You live in long enough already. That doesn't mean does not bring you temporarily, satisfaction, temporary, fulfillment. But I'm speaking of deeper fulfillment, long-term
yes,
fulfillment.
yeah.
Yeah. So
So
that's
we're
what we're
busy
missing.
and focused on chasing
Right.
external materials, whatever it might be, success,
Exactly. Whatever success. Yeah.
to bring in some sort of level of fulfillment,
Yeah.
and yet that fulfillment is not really the deep fulfillment that we're chasing.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
by actually looking within and cultivating this energy, not only can we find greater fulfillment, but we may also find greater fulfillment and success in the outer world too.
Exactly. Exactly. Like reverse engineering, you discover the inner connection, the inner joy, inner love, inner peace first. And from there, you go out creating whatever external manifestation. Yeah. Like from internal world going
Mm,
to the external world. Reversing the common pattern. We go to the external world trying to fulfill our inner world. It's reversing engineering. You go deep into the internal world, discovering all these quality, searching love, joy, peace, connection, creativity. It's all inside of your body already. It's not like internally just as a concept. It's not just like identification. It's a direct experience with your own body existence,
mm,
which body carries everything. Yeah. It's physicalized manifestation, the completion of who we are as human being.
yeah,
It's not just one slice of who we are. So when you feel that completion, the deeper inner peace is based on that wholeness, that oneness, that inner sovereignty. So from there, then say, now I'm ready to express my creativity, my passion, my mission to accomplish in the external world. It's a very different experience.
yeah. And it makes a lot of sense in my brain right now. Like the idea that if I can cultivate this, and I'm not going to say positive energy, but this more natural flowing energy,
Yeah,
released from the stuck energy, that when I go out there and do whatever I do, that energy will flow through better to everything else and
exactly.
probably create
Exactly.
better success,
Yeah.
productivity, whatever it might be.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. So the key problem, as I'm exploring further in the book is like, what is causing this disconnection in how our lives, education, our history, the way we grown up, the way, humanity approaching this body, yeah, whole humanity, including a lot of religions, spiritual tradition, have this wrong assumption about this body, causing more bypass. So
Hmm.
I explore that in this book. It's not like, any individual's fault, but reading to this disconnection and recognizing how this disconnection is causing, yeah, the internal mind-body disconnection is causing the disconnection with energy, causing disconnection with earth, causing disconnection with each other, with life, basically. Yeah.
Hmm.
So then causing even all other problems in the
Yeah.
world.
Yeah.
So then the book also offering a different way, simple practice for us to returning to this body, returning to this beyond a vessel, beyond, it's like reincarnation. Yeah, how we can fully reincarnate with this body as a human being.
Yeah.
And this offering all that insight and also very gentle, simple practice you can do.
Is there a simple method you'd like to share today about how we can start this
Yeah.
cultivation?
So the invitation is like this most powerful recognition has been sharing already. Yeah, these truths. And as also the exercise we did, recognizing without this body, I do not exist as human being. It's a meditation practice. Yeah,
Okay.
it's powerful meditation practice. Yeah. Then
So just
whatever
repeating that to yourself, like
I
sitting there.
eating it yourself. Exactly. Yeah. Then the next suggestion is no matter what kind of practice you're doing, whether it's yoga, whether it's qigong or the tai chi, whatever other practice, even energy practice you're doing, breath work, whatever it might be, is go further deeper, asking yourself, what is your relationship with your body? Why are you doing this practice? how you can discover deep love for your body, deep connection with your own body, deep experience as human being with your body, beyond just fixing it, beyond just some sort of performance, beyond just some sort of improvement or problem solving as you identify in your body. That is the most important teaching and the invitation I want to share with you.
Yeah.
And from that place, then any practice you do become more powerful, more effective.
Hmm.
Just for example, if let's do this simple movement like this, yeah, raising your arm up as slow as possible, then moving down, yeah. So when you do it as exercises, you're experiencing your body a certain way, yeah. Now when you close your eyes, pay attention to the deeper feeling inside of your own body when you're moving. You can discover a new feeling, new experience of your own body. Now I'm going to invite you, when you move, slow down your movement as slow as possible. Imagine your arm just moving like slow motion, slow motion. And inviting more gentleness, softness. It's not about get rid of the pain, get rid of the tension, get rid of the problem, or trying to be perfect. Just simply, you're moving as the body wants to move. You're moving, allow yourself to feel the movement, feel the aliveness of your body, feel the presence of your body, feel the movement of your own body. Now allow yourself go further, deeper, continuously embracing all the sensation, feeling in your own body when you continue repeating this body, embracing the discomfort, embracing the tightness, embracing whatever is true for you, even the pain, with pure compassion, pure loving kindness, pure acceptance. Now allow yourself, playfully imagine yourself. You're moving in the ocean of energy, ocean of light. The ocean of light is beneath you, above you, all around you, deep inside of you. You're swimming in this ocean of light. You're dancing in this ocean of light. You're connecting internally, externally in this ocean of light. Now slowly moving downward, feeling the interior of your brain, interior of your heart, interior of your chest, placing your hands on top of your chest and feeling your entire body. All the sensation, all the feeling, all the experience of life, both comfortable, uncomfortable, both intense and subtle, both familiar and new. And feeling the wholeness, the energetic wholeness of life inside of your own body, the energetic oneness of life inside of your own body. And feel a deeper sense of aliveness, deeper sense of connectiveness, deeper sense of peace, the inner peace. More you claim your own body, more
Okay, that's a wrap. Thank you so much for tuning in this week to this interview. I hope you enjoyed the conversation we had. Make sure you check it out at thehiddenwhy.com for all the show notes and links to our guest. And if you have any comments, any suggestions for the show, please make sure you reach out as well. Also, would like to just ask a favor. If you do like what you're listening to, if you love what you're hearing, make sure you subscribe, whether you're listening to this on iTunes, wherever it might be. Subscribe to the podcast so you can stay up to date with all the latest episodes and some exciting changes happening this year at The Hidden Why, including the launch of our new website, which will be updated very soon. So watch this space for that, guys. And once again, live more fully, have more meaning, find more joy. We'll see you around the next interview.